Greetings, students. You're listening to Keystone Biology, and I'm your lecturer, Ryan Lim. It's such a pleasure to meet you guys. As you know, not much of the students take biology over other subjects, right? But why are you taking biology? I think it's either you're a very passionate learner for biology or you're just taking it without a clue. But I believe you're all the former case, because even at this studio, I can smell the nerdiness exuded from you guys. Don't give it off too much elsewhere, okay? Because it's never good, because I've been there. I know you're not crazy, but most people will. Just kidding. All right. Again, thank you for choosing Keystone Biology. And now, let's briefly talk about this course, okay? So Keystone Biology comprises three different levels, okay? This one you're taking is basic level. Blueprints Biology is a basic level, and there are also intermediate level and advanced level. So why three different levels? Because biology cannot be learned chapter by chapter. I believe most of you have learned biology so far chapter by chapter, simply, right? But it doesn't work like that. It very much resembles the process of building a house. When you build a house, you do not build parts by parts, right? So you have to build up the frames first, and then you build up the blocks, and you cement them, and you decorate them, right? You carve some the numbers or some shape or something like that. So this biology should be also learned step by step. Okay, that's why this course consists of three different levels. Okay, let me ask you one question. Is biology a sheer memorization, like a cramming in all the random stuff, all the details? Yeah, most people agree with that. But, however, I think different. I think biology is logical, systematic, and even practical subject, even practical. Yep, I know you don't believe this. So why have you ever noticed that biology is logical, systematic, and even practical subject? It's because you couldn't afford much of the time on studying biology because you're already all swamped with all different subjects. You had to study English, composition, physics, chemistry. It was all crazy, right? Busy days, still busy. And also because you didn't have proper chance to study biology in the right way. And especially because somebody taught you biology in the wrong way. It's not your fault that biology comes as such a difficult subject. And I'm here to show you that biology doesn't have to be boring or even difficult. Okay, my Malaysia just come up. Okay, so your brain stores the information. Your brain stores the information kind of in a 3D dimensional way. Okay. And it very much resembles building up the blocks like this. Okay? This is the learning process of most students. You learn something. Let's say this is just one block, okay? And you learn something else and another. Everything looked very good, beautiful, organized, until you learn something else that seems hard to be connected with the rest of the other stuff you learned so far. You don't know how to connect this, so you just put it aside. Okay, you just put it aside. And what's even worse is that the blocks that you already have, you're not even sure that the blocks you already have are in a correct shape. If it has to be a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, or if this has to have some accessory parts. So this keeps going on and on like this. Okay? So it kind of draws a vicious cycle that results in two big problems. First, your brain starts to exaggerate the amount of the information it has to process. Okay? The volume of the information seems this much when in reality it's just this big. Okay? That's the first problem. And the second, it takes much longer time to search the information, search the necessary information. That's because it's all scattered like this in an unorganized way, and maybe because the information you need could be hidden or blocked by some other blocks, right? So that's two big problems that comes by this bad example of learning process. And my role is to teach you and provide you with only essential blocks in a well-defined shape, okay? And to teach you how to build those blocks nicely and efficiently. That's me. Okay. This Blueprints biology class will tremendously help you to build up the frames of biology. It's very basic, but at the same time, very important. So exactly how much important? Multiple real exam questions can come from virtually every single slide. So there's not a single slide that's not important, okay? Everything is important. And if you're taking official exams such as AP, SAT, or IB, or school exams, or if you're thinking about majoring in biology or even having a career in a biology-related field in the future, this class can be a beacon for your study, regardless of your current level. All right? So now, before we talk about the lecture, before we start the lecture, let me briefly explain the breakdown of chapters of this class, of this biology, Blueprints biology, okay? So Blueprints biology comprises 5 different parts. So part 1 asks you, the main goal and the theme you have to learn in this part 1 is what is life and how does it stay alive? That means you have to know the definition of the life and the way it produces the energy to stay alive, okay? So the first lecture of the part 1 is biochemistry that talks about all the different biological and chemical reactions to sustain the life. And the cell, which is a basic unit of all the cells. Cells can be unicellular or multicellular. And third lecture is the cellular respirations. So basically, this is the part where you get to learn how this life produces different amount of the energy by different types of the process. And the last one, photosynthesis. Basically, this is how, majorly plants